Welcome back to Carscope, the channel where style meets specs and passion drives precision. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most exciting shifts in Mazda's lineup, an electrified transformation of a beloved nameplate. We're talking about the all-new 2026 Mazda 6e. For years, the Mazda 6 has stood as a stylish, engaging sedan option for those who value driving experience over trends. Now, in 2026, the E-badge marks a major turning point not just for the model, but for Mazda as a whole. At first glance, the 2026 Mazda 6e is a stunner. This is not a mid-cycle refresh or a slightly evolved design. It's a total reinvention. Mazda has infused the 6e with its most premium styling yet, now rooted in electric architecture but still retaining the elegant form language that defines the brand's Kodo soul of motion philosophy. The front fascia greets you with a closed-off grille that smoothly integrates into a sculpted front panel. Slim LED headlights with adaptive matrix technology wrap around sharply, giving it a more futuristic and refined gaze. The grille area now acts as a design focal point rather than a functional air intake, bordered with satin chrome and a textured three-dimensional pattern that reflects light beautifully in motion. Down low, the front bumper wears angular air channeling elements that guide airflow underneath the car for aerodynamic efficiency. A reworked hood features soft ridges that rise into the A-pillars, giving the front a sense of tension and forward momentum. There's no mistaking it. This is Mazda showing off its design maturity in the EV era. Swinging around to the side profile, you'll notice the proportions are more grand tour than traditional sedan. That's thanks to the dedicated EV platform, which allows for a long wheelbase, short overhangs, and a cab rearward stance. The 6e sits lower than many rivals, exuding a planted, performance-ready presence. Flush door handles contribute to the aerodynamic silhouette, and a bold shoulder line draws the eye across the sculpted body with elegance. Mazda has introduced a new design language in its wheel choices: two 18 and 20-inch aero-optimized alloy wheels with layered, turbine-inspired spokes that balance aesthetics and airflow. Moving to the rear, the Mazda 6e continues its theme of mature minimalism. The taillights are sleek LED units with a floating light signature that arcs inward, emphasizing width and stability. Instead of a traditional rear bumper with visible exhausts, you get a fully smooth lower fascia with functional diffuser-style elements and hidden sensors. The Mazda badge has been repositioned slightly lower, centered in a glass-like strip that bridges the taillights. It's subtle, modern, and sophisticated. Above, a subtle deckled lip hints at sportiness without being over-designed. Even the third brake light is now embedded in the glass for a cleaner look. Open the door and step into what is arguably Mazda's most luxurious and forward-thinking interior ever. Immediately, you're greeted by a sense of calm and simplicity. The design is horizontal and layered, with attention to detail in every texture and surface. Soft touch materials are everywhere, from the dashboard to the door panels to the center console. Mazda is now using recycled yet premium-feeling materials in the 6e's cabin, combining sustainability with craftsmanship. Top trims offer vegan leather or sustainably sourced Napa leather with quilted stitching, and there's even an option for a natural wood grain trim made from recycled forest products. The dashboard is anchored by a massive 15-inch touchscreen that floats atop the center stack. It's running Mazda's next-generation Connect OS, offering customizable layouts, a new tile-based menu system, over-the-air updates, and lightning-fast responses. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are wireless and deeply integrated, with climate and seat settings accessible through a persistent lower control strip. Beneath that screen, physical climate toggles remain a smart move to retain tactile control for commonly used features. In front of the driver is a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster that can switch between minimalist and data-rich layouts. There's also a color heads-up display that projects speed, navigation prompts, and ADAS data onto the windshield in vivid detail. The steering wheel is cleanly designed with haptic feedback controls, and the shift-by-wire gear selector frees up space in the center console, which now includes a deep wireless charging bay, dual USB-C ports, and a configurable storage tray. Seats in the Mazda 6e are redesigned for both comfort and support. The front seats feature heating, ventilation, massage functions, and memory settings. Rear passengers now benefit from more legroom thanks to the flat floor and longer wheelbase. Top trims get rear seat heating, dual-zone rear climate vents, sunshades, and their own USB ports. The panoramic glass roof stretches nearly the entire length of the cabin, bathing everything in natural light and contributing to a spacious, airy feel. Performance in the 2026 Mazda 6e is where things get interesting. Mazda offers the 6e in both single-motor rear-wheel drive and dual-motor all-wheel drive configurations. The base RWD version produces 225 horsepower and 250 pounds-feet of torque, while the AWD version bumps that to 340 horsepower and 390 pounds-feet of torque. Instant torque delivery makes city driving effortless and highway acceleration thrilling. The dual-motor version hits 0-60 in about 5.2 seconds, putting it in strong competition with EVs like the Tesla Model 3 and Hyundai Ioniq 6. The chassis is tuned with Mazda's usual emphasis on driver engagement. Weight distribution is nearly 50 hours 50 minutes. The suspension uses a multi-link rear setup, and G-vectoring control plus has been adapted for electric torque. The steering is responsive and surprisingly communicative for an EV, giving the driver a real sense of connection to the road. Ride comfort is excellent too. The adaptive dampers absorb imperfections smoothly without making the car feel floaty or detached. Range is another high point. The 6e comes with a 77 kWh usable battery pack in the standard model, offering up to 320 miles of range on a single charge. The dual-motor variant gets a slightly larger 84 kWh pack, with a range of around 285 miles. Charging is quick. 2DC fast charging allows up to 175 kW speeds, giving you 10% to 80% in under 30 minutes. For home charging, the onboard 11 kW AC charger ensures overnight top-ups are a breeze. Mazda has packed the 6e with advanced driver assistance systems as standard across the lineup. Features include full-speed adaptive cruise control, lane centering assist, blind spot intervention, front and rear automatic emergency braking, traffic jam assist, and a new AI-powered driver monitoring system that alerts you to fatigue and distraction. Level 2 semi-autonomous highway driving is available and performs reliably on long commutes or road trips. Pricing starts competitively, considering what the 6e offers. The base single-motor rear-wheel drive model begins at approximately $38,000. The mid-tier dual-motor trim with added features comes in at around $44,000, while the top-of-the-line GT Performance Edition with full AWD, premium audio, upgraded interior materials, and full driver assist tech tops out at about $51,000. That positions it well against both EV competitors and high-end gasoline sedans. Mazda even throws in 3 years of free scheduled maintenance and a complimentary public charging credit for the first year with select charging networks. With the 2026 6e, Mazda isn't just dipping its toe into electrification, they're diving in with both feet and coming up with something truly compelling. This isn't just a car that happens to be electric. It's a Mazda in every sense: stylish, fun to drive, beautifully crafted, and thoughtfully engineered. But now, it's wrapped in the silent, efficient, and instant performance of an EV. It brings the brand's passion for driving to the electric age without sacrificing what made Mazda special in the first place. Thanks for joining us on this detailed look at the 2026 Mazda 6e. If you're impressed by what Mazda has created here, let us know in the comments. Do you think it has what it takes to compete with Tesla, Hyundai, and BMW in the electric sedan segment? We'd love to hear your take. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed the review, subscribe to CarScope for more deep dives into the automotive world, and hit the bell so you never miss an upload. Until next time, stay curious, stay passionate, and keep your scope focused on the future of driving.